absolute pleasure as always. Destiny, joining me, Power Slap number 19. You've been calling for this. Hollyhood, Haley J. You're coming on a live event this time. How exciting that it's going to be to compete in front of a live audience.
Dude, and a big audience. It's WrestleMania weekend, first show at the Chelsea. I really think it's going to be a huge crowd. I think WrestleMania crowd's going to be crazy. I'm going against a wrestling sensation, Hollyhood Haley J. So I think it's going to be freaking nuts. I'm so excited.
I mean, if
I'm
anybody,
nervous too.
yeah, if anybody has a hometown advantage in Las Vegas, it's got to be you. You know very well, obviously, of that part of the woods. Obviously, you're going to the Strip in the Cosmo, right across from Planet Hollywood. I'm sure you've been there a time or two, in the MMA days. Like, you kind of are in this weird spot where it's your home, but Hollywood's going to have all the wrestling fans in Vegas that weekend as well. Could this match steal the show?
I think so. I think so. I 100% think so. I think they're smart. They put us really late on the card. Um, I think her and I are going to go slap for slap. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a sudden death round. I think that with her, I've even told her, I'm like, damn, I'm going to be the underdog in my city. You know what I mean? I know that WrestleMania and the wrestling fans are going to go crazy for her. Um, but it is my city, so I hope that my people show out for me. But yeah, I think the energy that we're gonna bring, I think the story behind us, there ain't beef, but we're friends, like so like that's kind of the narrative is I called her out on my first show that we were both on together. We've become friends. She moved to Vegas. We've gotten close, and now we got to fucking go against each other, so that's just all got to go out the door. um, any other night of the fucking year, I would want her to win, especially on WrestleMania week. But I gotta put a stop to that. So I really think though that I won't be surprised if we get a bonus.
For sure. I mean, you alluded to being the underdog. Do you mean the underdog in terms of the fan popularity or the underdog on the Vegas betting line?
I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna see it. I mean, she did get knocked out last time, so I'm sure that's what they're gonna look at. But I mean, don't. I'm not sleeping on her at all. Like, I think she's tough. I think she didn't really get a chance last time. She got slapped once and then she got knocked out. So, I mean, from my mouth to God's ears, let's hope I get the same thing, and I'm able to put her down and put her away quickly like that. But Hollywood is a dog, and I 100% understand the task at hand, and what's standing in front of me. So I don't really know how the betting lines are gonna go.
Yeah, I mean, last time we seen her in October, obviously with a pretty devastating loss up there.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive fashion. The way that Ellie was able to take care of her. To be completely honest, you put two and two together. Power slap math doesn't always kind of equate, but you moved to 3-0. You beat Hollyhood. Ellie beats Hollyhood. Is that the only thing left?
I mean, come on. I mean, come on. I mean, first of all, I'll be the only person that's 3-0. Ellie's 2-0 right now. After I beat Hollywood, I'm gonna be 3-0. So it only makes sense to put me and Ellie together, and I will be very loud about that when I'm doing my interview after I win on April 17th. Um, we're waiting for Paige Van Zant, and I don't know why. Like, because she has a lot of followers, because got a she's got a nice body, like, and she's hot. Like, she doesn't want to do this. She's made that clear. She does not respect Power Slap. She does not respect Frank. She doesn't respect any of us. I don't understand why we're still waiting on her. Let's move on from her. She don't need the check, you know. So yeah, I think that after I get this win, it's absolutely me, unless Paige just comes out the woodwork. But even then, I don't see her making weight in May. Even I don't think she'll be able to make weight till July. She's looking pretty thick. I'm going to say she's about 25, 30 pounds away from making weight.
Yeah.
Um, and unless it's her like lifestyle to make the weight, which I don't think she cares enough for it to be, she's not making the weight by May.
For
So
sure.
I think, yeah, once I get this win, I'm 3-0. You can't, like you said, how a power slap look at it. It could always, it's not, maybe not always do things to the code and by the book the way it should be. But if they do, then yeah, I should absolutely be next in line for the belt. And I have nothing but respect for Ellie. that'll be a 5 round war as well.
Yeah, I mean, people forget. But obviously, Paige Van Zandt had a very serious neck injury, and I think there was a greater likelihood that we'd never see her in power slap. Obviously, with the direct blows to the head and/or neck area that can persist. So I think you
Hmm.
make a lot of sense when you talk about it. But I'm going to kind of bring it back full circle though, because as you talked about potentially your hometown, potentially being the underdog with the wrestling fans, seemingly a number one contender match, potentially for a belt with Ellie. How do you not let all that get the better of you, and how do you focus on Hollyhood Haley J to make sure you take care of business come April 17th?
Oh, you know what? I actually like the belt isn't on my mind. Like I'm focused on the task at hand, and the task at hand is Hollywood Haley J is beating the person that's in front of me. Um, I it's my first live show. There's a little bit of a peace of mind when you're on the early prelims. Nobody's there. Nobody's gonna see you if you get knocked out. They're gonna hear about it, but they're probably not gonna see it. You know what I mean? This is huge. There's a lot. Like this for me. I'm not even like, okay, I'm sorry, I'm kind of babbling, but I'm not even thinking about the title fight. I'm thinking about this is my biggest fight to date right now. So that's all that's on my mind is going out there and putting on a show in a dominating fashion and being prepared and not getting knocked out because that shit's scary. Unfortunately, Haley had to go through that last time and that sucks and I don't want to have to go through that. And
Mm-hmm.
I hate to put my girl through it again, but who knows? I'm coming hot. She ain't gonna hold back, and I'm not gonna hold back. We both know what we signed up for, and we're cool now. We're gonna be cool after, but when that clock starts going and we fucking put the chalk on our hands, it's game time, and I ain't holding back nothing.
Absolutely. Refresh my memory. I think we had this conversation in Houston. You've never been knocked out, correct? Even in MMA?
Correct. Yes, I have been sat down. But yeah, never been fully knocked out. No.
For sure. Well, I mean, you train at one of the most notorious gyms in Las Vegas, so I'm sure you've seen people around, get knocked out. Do you think your chin gets diminished the more times you get knocked out, and do you think that Haley is going to have a bit of regression in her slap fighting skill set now that she's been knocked out? I guess 5 months ago now, 6 months.
I 110% believe that the chin changes every time you get knocked out. It's I don't know if it's science, but I mean just being in the game for so long, I've seen it. We've all seen it, with certain fighters. Even just being if you're just a fan, you notice it when people get knocked out. It changes you. You're more susceptible to it. Um, it's so like I should be so willingly to talk about this and talk shit, but she is my friend, and so I don't know. I don't know. I think I hope just for her safety that she's good. That her chin is fine and she's gonna be fine, and I'm sure she's putting in the work to be better as far as the chin strengthening and neck strengthening. I think I think what also is hard though, and like where I may have a little bit more of an advantage is because you know like yeah, this shit's cool and all for her, but like this is not her dream. Like like her dream isn't to be a power slip star. She wants to be a WWE star, which she's very well on her way, but that takes a lot. And so she's just constantly busy, constantly on the road. I know that whole week of fight week, she's busy with matches and stuff like that. And um I'm gonna be resting. I'm gonna be cutting weight. I'm gonna be refueling. I'm gonna be carving up. I'm gonna be practicing. I'm gonna be resting. I think that I'm gonna come in a very different version of myself than she is.
Absolutely. Like I said, you've been a pro's pro for a long time. You sit here very nice and calm, cool, collected. For people who haven't seen you fight before, Zoe Dubois, you were serious. Mio Ding, even with the language, there was a sense of seriousness there as well. Like, is going to be a different energy this time around, or is it just going to be that same old killer up there?
Oh man, I keep saying I've been telling even her I'm like I'm gonna break into my personality, girl. Like I have to. It's WrestleMania week. I gotta get up there and get loud. But that's my dog. When it comes to combat, like when my like I always say like there's a switch, and like when mine turns on, like I'm just locked in, and I'm just like I can't really do the whole. persona thing, like I turn into my time. I turn into the fighter that's inside me, and but I'm really gonna try to be a lot more theatrical this time and just give the fans something cool. I've got plans in my mind already, so let's just hope that when the adrenaline's flowing, I remember it.
All right. Well, I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to put you on the spot. You got to channel your inner wrestler. You got to cut me your promo. For anybody who has never seen you compete up there on a slap fighting stage before, why should they tune in to watch this match between yourself and Hollyhood Haley J?
Okay.
You can call me an asshole if you want.
Oh man, I don't even know how to start it. Okay, all right, all right. All right. All right, motherfuckers, look, this is what it is. I'm my time McCubbin. I'm 2-0. I never put down. All I do is win. And on April 17th, when me and Hollyhood are standing across that stage together and I put that chalk to fucking face, she is going to feel it. She is going to see damage and she is going to go down. And when she does go down, I'm going to tell her to sit her ass down. Period. Point blank. End of story. Put some respect on my name. And if you don't now, you will after April 17th.
Love it. Love it. That was awesome. You're better at it than you
Let's
thought you
go. Let's go.
I need one of those air horns like,
She's gonna be dying when she watches this.
Absolutely. One of the beauties of Power Slap is the simplicity of it. And I think you and I have talked about this offline, that regardless of language barrier, whether you speak English or not, you understand what is going on in a relatively quick session, of watching really one match, 3 rounds. The personality side of it, Power Slap has unified uniforms. You got to wear a blue one or a black one. You have some shoes that show that show a little bit of personality, I guess. I guess the stars and the superstars in this sport are really set apart by the personality, by their connection, by their ability to connect with fans on social media and grow outside of on their own personal merit, not just off the backing of the league and the association. Being a woman, you definitely have a huge leg up. Some of the biggest stars in the sport, obviously, are women. I hate trying to getting ahead of yourself, but do you feel like you are in this position where you can ascend up very quickly in Power Slap here? Because we're talking one win now that can really put you in the forefront of following, in the footsteps of Ellie, of Michael Michelle Brown, and a number of other women who have also seen a rise to stardom in terms of social numbers, and really having an impact and driving, viewership for Power Slap.
Absolutely. I 100% do. I'm exactly where I knew I was going to be, when I started this. I'm not surprised. And I like when I talk my shit, I'm talking shit, but I'm 100% serious. I think I'm one of the best in this game. I think I have a chin. I think I have crazy power that's only getting better, but because I'm finding everything each time I go, it's getting better and better. So yeah, I think that I'm going to be 3-0 after April 17th. I think I'm going to get the title shot. I think that I'm going to be up there along with, who's the face of Power Slap. Michael Michelle Brown, kicked it off. Ellie's up there right now. I think even Haley J is still up there regardless of her last performance. And yeah, I think that I think I'm one win away from changing a lot of shit in this game.
Awesome. Well, it's a pleasure as always to have you on. I look forward to seeing you compete come Power Slap number 19 in Las Vegas. Take care. Be good. If you got to cut weight, please do it safely. And we'll see what's up there in front of a live audience. So take care.
Let's go.